Oh, I don't want to read the
You can give
Wikipedia.
a background on your history of Mario Brothers, how much you love it.
I've never beaten a Mario game.
Wow.
What?
Not once.
That's a tidbit that you could put in there.
I've only beat one myself. Barely.
I've beaten
the light is.
2, 3.
Wow. The way the light is, that could look really scary.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Simpletons podcast. Today, I'm joined by 3 Simpletons this time. We have Simpleton number 1.
Oh,
There
hi!
he is.
Me! I am Simpleton number 1, and that's my son over there, like, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Simpleton podcast.
I think I listened to too much NPR, maybe.
Did I say my name? My name is Nate. Those are some sweaty balls you got over there.
Oh, all right. And we're moving on to Simpleton number 2.
Hi, I'm Charlie Simpleton, Simpleton number 2.
And Simpleton number 4.
Would you like
Hi.
to... Never mind.
Oh, what?
Go ahead.
This is
What's
all
your
going to be
name,
processed
Simpleton
out in the
number
edit.
I'm Trista Simpleton. Hello.
There we go. That's good. Very good. Good job. Lemuel, what do we got on the docket today?
Well, today we are reviewing the
This video's going to get 1,000 views.
Super Mario Bros. Movie. Super Mario Bros. Movie is a 2023... I'm just getting this from Wikipedia. 2023 American computer animated adventure film based on Mario. Produced by Universal Pictures, Illumination, and Nintendo. Distributed by Universal. Directed by Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic. Written by Matthew Fogel. It includes Chris Pratt, Anna Taylor-Joy, Charlie Day, and Jack Black, and Michael Keegan-Michael. And
Yes.
yeah. So, what do you guys think of this movie?
Yes.
It was
I want to
fun.
go first.
Yes.
Can I go first?
Go.
Yeah, it was kinda
Go.
dumb. It's pretty dumb.
What?
Like, I was not that entertained. Like, it was like, oh my god, it's just a computer animated video game. So why don't I just go play the video game? I mean, it was like, nah. I mean, it was just not that good. I'm just saying. Like, I'd rather go watch Wreck-It Ralph than watch that movie again.
To be fair, Wreck-It
Okay, I
Ralph
could-
is a
I
good
could
movie.
agree with you with that.
The only thing that was worth watching and was obviously, an American treasure, Jack Black. I mean, he made the movie.
Peaches.
That was it. Like, I mean, like, it was. I mean, there was so. I don't know. It just was like it was pretty. Okay, the one thing I will give this movie is that it was pretty to look at. The colors were really.
They did a really good job on that.
bright
part.
and brilliant. All right, I'll shut up.
Being the other old fart who remembers like it was a prize when you got to play the first Super Mario Brothers. It was entertaining. I did like the little quips back and forth between the princess and everybody, and between the Donkey Kong and Mario. The just the nudge and jabs. Those were fun. But you could tell it was reaching because they, falling on the heels of Free Guy. Nobody's gonna beat it.
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing that's gonna beat that, and so everybody's gonna try.
Yes, and they did not succeed. I'm just okay. I'll shut up.
Absolutely not. I see the scowls like yes.
Okay. Well, in hindsight,
I'm trying not to talk so much.
I actually quite enjoyed it, and I think a good thing to think about is that it is a kids movie, so it is more gauged towards kids, which I think was a big problem for a lot of people, especially older generations that grew up with the Mario games. Probably didn't get as much entertainment out of it for that element, but I do think it was really enjoyable. I had a lot of fun with it. It was very beautiful visually. I do gotta say that, again, because it is a kids movie, the plot is definitely lacking in some places, and it weirdly felt really fast-paced, and not in a good way. Like, I felt like it just continually kept going and going and going because it tried to show off as much as it possibly could. But needless to say, I did really enjoy it, but I don't think I would continue to watch it over and over again. Like other movies, like you said, Wreck-It Ralph or Free Guy, I would definitely watch those ones before watching this.
Yeah, I'm gonna step backwards because I think because I watched this at home instead of in the theater, I think it would have been a different story because I would have been surrounded by kids who would have been cheering the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is that you would have actually seen it, and this is what they were reaching for: is that they wanted a crowd pleaser for the youngins, and get them into playing games.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it did what it set out to do. Like, it hit every beat that someone who's played Mario would want it to hit. You got Donkey Kong in there, you got the Mario Kart racing reference, you got the old 90s movie reference.
It hit every beat. The whole movie was nothing but a freaking video
Which
game.
is the point, though, is it not? Like, even
That
in the
was the
musical
point.
score, it made sure
Yeah.
they hit the themes that you would want it to hit when they got to those points. Like, you heard the
That was
Donkey Kong theme. You heard the
That
Mario
was probably
theme.
my favorite, was the audio themes.
That's the youngers, man. That's the youngers.
And you got even a hit song that came out of it. As simple as that hit song may be, everybody knows the song Peaches.
Oh,
And
that one.
That is the only reason why I will not give this a very low score.
I gotta
I'm telling
say,
you, it is worth it.
I don't
Just
know.
for the price of admission to sing that song.
Right. I don't know how much you guys saw about it, but like the whole discord around Chris Pratt being Mario and a lot of people really disliking that initially. I actually thought he was a lot better in it than I expected. And something I saw a lot of people saying after the fact was that it actually worked better to have somebody like Chris Pratt voicing Mario, because hearing the actual voice of Mario from like the video games would have probably gotten really old over time. So I think his voice was actually a lot more mellowed out and better for this scenario.
Well,
That
and
I'll agree with.
there was
Yeah.
one of the characters that was in the restaurant.
Mhm.
And I
The
can't
original
remember which
voice
one it was,
actor.
Yeah.
which was the original voice actor for Mario. So I thought that was kind of a cool callback there. That wasn't at least they remembered that they should do that. But I agree. You can't build a whole voice as a voiceover person myself. You can't build a whole voice over one word, right?
Right.
And that's what you're doing when you think of Mario. I mean, what else does the guy say?
You could kind
The
of
entire history of Mario.
You could kind of look at it too, like when Detective Pikachu came out and you have Ryan Reynolds voicing Pikachu, who originally just said Pikachu. Like, it was probably a very weird thing for fans of Pokemon to think about as hearing Ryan Reynolds voice Pikachu, but it worked really well, I think, in that movie. So it's kind of the same scenario where, yes, you're going to have some fans who hate the decision and think it just isn't the character, but other people who might be newer or unfamiliar with it thinking that it actually works really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is more intelligent than anything we've ever said on the Simpleton podcast. I'm just
That's my film degree in work right there.
I knew you would bring some level of actual, what's the word I'm looking for? Artistic integrity to this thing. So thank you again so much for joining us here on the Simpleton, because we are happy to have you part of the family. So let's go ahead and give our scores, shall we? Why don't we start with Trista, since she is the youngest of the bunch here, and see what she gives the movie.
I'm gonna give it a 4 because like I said, I really enjoyed it. I thought there were a lot of great things about it, but you do have to look at it through the lens of, okay, this is definitely a kids movie, so a 4 in that regard.
Okay, hold on. I got
Here we go.
I got to
Here's
argue
the
with that
dissent.
one.
Okay, go ahead.
So, but here's the thing. Wreck-It Ralph, almost any animated feature you're going to talk about is aimed towards kids.
Yes.
And I thoroughly enjoy animated features. It is probably my most favorite genre of movie to watch. You could ask Lemuel. I love animation. And so you could look at Pixar movies or the what are they, the
You got
the
Ghibli,
Illumination.
you got
Yeah,
Illumination.
any of these. But most of these cartoons are aimed towards kids. Wreck-It Ralph is definitely aimed towards kids. Love Wreck-It Ralph. Love the second one. They're both really good, and I just felt like there was something incredibly missing with Mario. I just felt like there was a lack of a plot. Was really the biggest thing. It was like, okay, let's get Mario into the Mario world, and we'll show a few video game references, and then he'll save the day at the very end, and that's the end.
I do have to agree with that. Like I said, I think the plot definitely wasn't there. It was more so just following along through the world, like you said. So, okay, I'll do this. I'll dock it down to 3.5.
No, you do not have to change your score based on what I say.
Are you
I am a
sure?
dissenting opinion, but you have your score and you stick with it.
Okay, then 4. I really liked it.
All right, 4 it is. Lemuel?
I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I think it's still certifiable because, like I said, I think it had goals and it hit those goals.
3.5 has to be certifiable.
I thought it was 3.
I think it's 3.5. It's
3.5.
going to go a little higher.
I'll give it 3.5 then to make sure it's certifiable. But because I think it hit what it was supposed to hit, it had its moments. I mean, all the moments we had seen a million times because of the trailers, but it had its moments. And I think it achieved its goal, so I think it's certifiable.
Okay. Charlie?
I think 10-year-old me would give it a 3.5. Okay, almost 50-year-old me, yeah, give it a 2. Again, it was fast paced and everything, and I didn't mind that, but again, there were enough things to irritate me that I didn't like it as much. But at the same time, it was definitely worth a watch. Everybody's got to give this one a chance. Mm-hmm. So, but it's better if you can get a bunch of cheering kids around you, unless they drive you absolutely insane. So, because then you'll see like the whole point.
So Charlie and I are old enough to remember when Mario did not exist. In fact, Donkey Kong was the original video game that had Mario, even though he was a nameless character in it. You know, we've been around the block. We like Mario. I'm sure Charlie played Mario Brothers just as much
the
as I did.
original Mario Brothers. I love that game.
Exactly. All the different Mario things, probably all the Donkey Kong Jr., all of the Donkey Kongs, we played them all. I just can't, I just not sure if this is that good of a nostalgic, take. I mean, I know, like y'all said, it's aimed towards kids. And so, of course, there's so much more, it's going to be more modern, I guess. But there was some callback to the original, but not enough. And so I'm going to just stop.
I think most of the callback was back to when it moved to when the Wii came out with
Nintendo
the Mario
64
World
and stuff. Yeah.
Nintendo 64. I mean, no, they didn't go all the way back, but there was a landmark where I could tell about everything stemmed from, artistic wise and everything. It was more that as soon as you got into like the actual 3D like pieces, well after Mario 3. So I mean, they did even nod to Mario 3, which I was impressed with because I didn't think they were going to go that far back. So
I agree with that. I do think a lot of the nostalgia stuff is from the newer Mario age, from, like you said, the 3D renderings and stuff. A lot of those games, I think that's where most of the nostalgia is coming from. I saw some like Super Mario 64 in there, but that's also like one of the most obvious ones in the newer generation again. So I do agree with that.
Okay. Can I get my score now?
Yes.
It's a firm maybe.
Yeah.
They could not have picked a better person for that role. I mean, Chris Pratt was okay, but Chris Pratt was just being Chris Pratt. I mean, you can go watch the Lego movie and see the exact same character there. So It wasn't anything different as far as his acting skills are concerned. I like Chris Pratt. I think he's funny. But he's kind of a one-trick pony. So, that's just the way it is. I mean, his trick is good. Don't get me wrong. He's making millions of dollars out of it, but he's still a one-trick pony. But so, 2 for me. So we got a 2, and we got a 2, and we got a 3.5, and we got a 4. So we like the movie. And as we said, you should probably all go see it at least once. And then when you walk out of the theater or turn it off on your DVD rental, you will immediately forget about it.
Unless you have kids.
Right.
Unless you have kids.
Because they won't let you forget about it.
Watch it over and over and over again, and you will
then you
pull
can
your
sing
hair
them the
out.
Peaches song anytime you want.
And if you hear the Mario Brother theme song one more time after that, you will probably jump in a river and just end it all.
Right.
You'll be searching for peace of mind. So, hey, that's our review this week. Thank you so much for joining us. If you've seen Super Mario Brothers the movie, why don't you tell us what you thought about it in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Without that, we don't grow this channel, and we want to grow this channel because we have more stupid takes to give you, and we want to do that. Thanks for joining us. Talk to you later. Bye.